So we got to apply some lip gloss. We got to reapply our lip gloss, and I really love the ELF um, lip oil. I really love it. It's like it's like the one that I keep going. I actually have two of them. I thought the other one was here on. Oh, it's right here. And it's so funny. I knew I loved it when I bought. I thought I was buying a different color, and I bought the same color. They're both pink quartz. Oh, they're not. I do see a difference. They're not the same color. I thought they were. They're not quite the same color. Pink. This is pink quartz, and this is coral coral fixation. Coral fixation. I don't really. I can't really tell. Ooh, I can't really tell the difference. You understand? I can't really tell the difference, but I love them both. I do. I love them both. I love the packaging. I love the little boxy, straight lined. I love this. Like I love the way that it's shaped. I love the size. I love everything about it. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I have one video that I have to edit today, and then um I don't know what's happening. So let's go down to the blogs.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
And see what is going on. Go ahead and like. Did I introduce myself? Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here for another video. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. I think I just started running my mouth, really, so I was being rude. Let me see if any of these stories that I wanted to talk about have I talked about. Okay, let's go to It's Only Entertainment. Anthony Edwards says Ayesha Howard demanded 500,000 and public apology in heated custody battle. What? Okay, let's see. It says Anthony Edwards' off court drama is getting just as much attention as his on court highlights. According to Us Weekly, the Minnesota Timberwolves star, 24, locked in a tense custody battle with ex Ayesha Howard, 38. And now she's allegedly demanding a hefty payout and a public apology before signing off on their custody agreement. Court documents filed on August 6th in Los Angeles Superior Court revealed that Edwards claims Howard is refusing to finalize the paperwork granting her sole legal and physical custody over her daughter, Aubrey Howard, born October 2024, despite the court ordering it back in May. Edwards says Howard's demands include a $500,000 payment for financial and reputational damages and a public apology posted on all his official social media accounts, retracting any false or misleading statements made by her during the case and affirming her integrity as a mother. Edward, however, tells us that her request for compensation was never tied to custody terms, but rather to the damage she says she endured during the long legal fight. My glasses dirty. The back and forth stems from a paternity suit in Georgia and a separate case in California. A judge sided with Edwards in March 2025, ruling that the child support would not be determined in California, a decision Howard has since appealed. Howard also testified that Edwards has never met their daughter, saying whether custody was here or on Mars, it wouldn't inconvenience him at all. To make matters even more complicated, Edwards is reportedly involved in another custody dispute with a different woman. Yeah, he's just dropping his manure in whoever will let him. And the girls are keeping the babies because your contract is also crazy, just like Stephon Diggs, which that's football. But this Anthony Edwards has a crazy contract too. What is Anthony Edwards' NBA contract 244 million. His 2024-2025 salary is approximately 42.2 million according to New York Times. The contract will increase to 55.7 million by 2028. And you got Porsche over there trying to get something off a Nigerian scammer. You should have did like Ayesha and Drea and went and got you a young basketball player and had a baby. So she wants him to publicly apologize. She wants him to put it on all his social media accounts. She wants $500,000 for the financial and reputational damages, and then affirming her integrity as a mother. She said he hasn't even seen the baby. He said he didn't even want anything to do with the baby. So I don't understand why he's fighting for custody now, because at first it was, I don't care if you have the baby or not. I don't want anything to do with the baby. What don't you understand? I remember reading those text messages. Let's see what the comments say. What reputation? She's literally known for being a baby mama. Ooh, is that a bad thing? If anything, the situation has solidified her title, not hurt it. Well, if you leave him alone, no one would know about you anymore. It seems like you're damaging yourself, already blowing all that baby's money. How many more ways does he have to does he have to tell her to kiss his ass? Girl, who cares? Collect your money, curse him out over your burner phone. Time to get a job, girl. Damn shame all she wants is money. Hope he gets the kid and she gets nothing. Maybe a job. You want him to take custody of a child he's never seen? The crazy part is how, okay, so the crazy part is the absolving him of responsibility. Like, he would not be in this situation had he put on a condom. We wouldn't be here if he was able to manage his ejaculation. Her ejaculation and her orgasms don't produce babies. A man's orgasm does, has the ability to do it. So who bears the responsibility? Not the woman who, I mean, yes, the woman, but not only just the woman, but the man as well. You're a basketball player. You know these bitches be out here trying to get cash register baby. Shout out to Wendy Williams. So the fact that you didn't even protect yourself, and then you got the nerve to be like, well, I don't even care if you have a baby, whatever. Now you know, no. You got to pay. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay. You break, you buy, baby. You break, you buy it. You understand? I don't understand the problem. So she's mad, and listen, and the fact that everybody is taking like mad at her, like, what do you have any issues with her for? Was what are you defending? None of this would be occurring if he used a condom. And my thing is, have a vasectomy. If you are going to want to drop your manure in everybody, have a vasectomy. You won't have to worry about any of this. The girls might be thinking they're getting a cash register baby, but they don't know. You already had a vasectomy. So if they come up pregnant, you know it wasn't you until you get a blood test. You know it wasn't you because, baby, I had a vasectomy. A leech. They're calling her a leech. All right, let's see what other stories are happening. Sierra Gates airs out Mandeecess for creeping on Yandy Smith with married woman. Claims she got the receipts. Okay, let's listen.
I have always minded business that paid me. That's why every time I see Mandeecess out with, oh girl, what's the girl name? Angie, that's married at MTK, and I seen them a few other places. And I got pictures too. I usually just mind my business, but tonight you really tried it. I told you not. How you don't want to be a cheater and be scared that your husband gonna find out? You just created so much commotion tonight. Somebody could have ended up shot. Somebody could have ended up in jail. It was so much. Because one thing about it, it was 4 big ass security. Baby, one thing about it, I'm standing beside mine. I know I'm a businesswoman. I know God's still working on me. But when it comes down to my husband, this one right here is
my husband.
I love him for real. And it ain't even going down. And when a big light-skinned security really came at him, he really knocked his ass down. And I came right behind him. But then this other dark-skinned security came up behind him, trying to choke him. Y'all listen. You didn't want it to get out so bad about you and Mandeecess. And I got the screenshots, and I'm about to post them. Because Mandeecess was like, oh, her husband she don't want her husband to find out. And I kept it cool because I really don't get in dick and coochie business. And I minded mine, but he kept getting my business about Eric. And it was cool tonight. The only thing I told you was get out my face lying. I told you to get out my face lying. And then you gonna come back and bring Eric with them wide ass hips and somebody else like they was gonna do something. This our city. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me or my nigga at all. They not. They're not. Angie, Mandeecess, Yandy, get away from them. And for the most part.
She said, Yandy, get away from him. I wish when y'all tell stories, y'all would stop eating and smacking. We don't want to hear all that. Okay, Sierra, when things come out about your husband, because it never fails, don't be mad when people are in your business. Sierra, I don't mean no harm, but it'll be you next week, boo. Don't ever get too comfortable exposing someone. Mind your business. Why not share the news with Yandy only instead of on social media? Because it sounded like they came after they were trying to fight them or something. So go tell Yandy this and show her your receipts. Leave us out of it. No, they're filming a television show. What you talking about? They filming a television show, girl. All of this all gotta tie into you tuning in to see the relationship. Let me go to Sierra's page. Hold on. So Mandingo is out with some woman named Angie, allegedly. Sierra. I think Sierra is the only one that I follow from Love and Hip Hop on Instagram. I think she's the only one. Let me see if she posts anything. Sierra Gates speaks out after incident with Mandeecess. Okay, so she's quoting the Shade Room and she says, I'm working, growing, and healing, but my kids and husband, I haven't got delivered in that area yet, but I will. She said, I reacted in a way that doesn't represent the woman I've worked hard to become. Let's see the post. She says, to my supporters and the public, I want to take a moment to directly address what happened last night. A woman approached me, seemingly eager to talk, and unfortunately, the situation quickly went left. I have already shared the details with Yandy. Moments like these are exactly why you rarely see me out at IG parties. I'm usually working, spending time with my kids and my husband, or simply enjoying some self-care, whether it's getting my hair or lips done. Girl, her lips get bigger and bigger, but I think it's so fun. I really think she looks like a little doll. Like she looks like Sierra is. She gets married every 2 weeks, but them lips and the way she be smacking, it's so funny to me. I think it's hilarious. I think she's like a character. Um, this was supposed to be my time of focus, joy, and purpose for me. I had been fasting in preparation for my Money Monster University event, so I could show up in my best spirit, but last night I allowed negativity to win. I let someone get under my skin and reacted in a way that doesn't represent the woman I've worked hard to become. Looking back, I regret it. I'm human. I was triggered, and when someone I love dearly is involved, my protective instincts kicked in, especially when it comes to my husband and my kids. I will always stand by my family 10 toes down. My husband is quite respectful and reserved man, but as you saw last night, he will fiercely defend me and his respect. I stood right beside him and I always will. People will think and judge how they want, but in a couple of days, none of this will matter. My focus is back on my purpose, my family, and incredible things that we're building. I pray this is a reminder to everyone to guard their peace, because the enemy will always try to distract you when you're on the verge of something great. With love and gratitude, Sierra Gates.
On me. I told you to get out my face lying. And then you gonna come back and...
So let's see what the comments say. Listen, friend is a strong word. I got two, my husband and my 29-year-old. Yep. I did let the childish human part come out of me. Last night I was so wrong, but after that young lady and I spoke, the mistress, I felt like, and she felt I got the best of the conversation. She came back to our table with four guys, and that's when things went left with my husband as a protector. Bottom line, and y'all have to stop using friend words so lightly. There's no secret to the world what's going on with Yandy and her husband, but yet I still was wrong in my emotions and let my emotions get the best of me. Mandeecess is laying his because I really can care less where Mandeecess is laying his private parts. But my friend is my 20-year-old daughter and my husband. I owe Andy an apology, but that mistress had the right plan, but the wrong man. And I don't care what people say. Just because I'm on TV, I'm still human and not perfect by far. Have a good day. That was Sierra in the comments of the Shade Room. So girl, everybody know what's happening with Mandeecess. Everybody knows what's going on with Mufungo. Everybody knows. Baby, she's on a whole show that's airing shit out. My friend and her need to check their mistress. Every day I understand why Beyonce don't interact with social media. Yandy just needs to go ahead and go back on to New York. ATL is not her friend. Rasheeda and Yandy's strength needs to be studied. No, their stupidity needs to be studied. I think I'm really backing off of Rasheeda, because I really believe that Rasheeda is okay with everything that's happening. Like her mother was out going to the strip club to meet Mama D and Scrappy's threesome baby mama. And they walked into the place together. Jasmine is Kirk's side chick who he got pregnant, moved into the same apartment building as they had an apartment. And then I think she goes on trips with them as well. Like, I don't know if they're just making the best of it or whatever, but I I'm like I gotta back away off of Rasheeda, because she is in alignment with what is happening. She does, and then like the way that she was talking about Mandeecess, like, and Yandy, like, you leave town and your husband, and you go to be with other men. Your husband does the same thing. Like, I really wish those especially those two would come out and tell the truth about their relationship dynamics and what they have, or what they are willing to accept in their relationships, and what that relationship looks like, right? um Mandeecess cheating on Yandy, but still trying to tell Yandy what to do with her eggs. Remember when Yandy was going to give her egg to her cousin or something like that? But you're cheating on her, but you still think that you have something to do with what she does with her body. Like, that's weird, right? Everybody in Atlanta knows Mandeecess is cheating on Yandy, and they're filming a television show. So remember, don't try to mess up our family. Remember last season when she was yelling at the camera and Mandeecess was in the back like this? Girl, he don't give a fuck, and you don't either. And that's why I'm tired of Yandy acting like she gives a fuck. Because clearly, you guys don't. And I would prefer that when a woman is in a relationship with a man, and it doesn't, it's like what we would think is quote wrong in a relationship, you're okay with it, so it's not wrong in your relationship. But I wish that women would be more honest, instead of trying to portray that they are living some type of traditional, which would be monogamous, no infidelity, healthy, non-toxic relationship, and that's not really what's happening. You know what I mean? And I just really wish that women would be more, and men would be more open with the dynamics of their relationships, so that people can see she is okay with him. Maybe they're poly. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. And I think we're judging them using a traditional template as the measurement for how they're showing up. And I don't think that it's fair to couples to do that, because we literally do not know. We're trying to get them to maintain a symbol of traditionalism, and they're not traditional at all. Even the traditional people aren't traditional. That's the grift. Yandy knows he's cheating, but she doesn't care, so let those people be. Yandy should have stayed friends with Kimbella and made all the way up with Chrissy, because these ATL chicks clearly aren't rocking with her. Sierra is on her 28th husband in 2 years. Girl, focus on your marriage. I told you. She be getting married every 2 weeks. Getting my lips done took me the fuck out. Yeah, because Sierra be like, she be acting like she's serious, but then she'll put in something like, either I'm focused on me getting my nails or my lips done. Her lips are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Anyways, so that was from the Shade Room. I don't follow the Shade Room, so I don't really. D, from What's Happening. She died at 60 years old. It says, What's Happening star Danielle Spencer passes away. Roommates, we are sending condolences to the loved one of actress Danielle Spencer, who is most known for her role as Dee on the 1970 sitcom What's Happening. Oh my God, I used to love What's Happening. According to TMZ TV, it was revealed that Danielle, 60, passed away following complications from cancer. Her co-star Haywood Nelson, who starred as Dwayne, shared that she passed Monday night in Richmond, Virginia, um, in a Richmond, Virginia hospital with her family by her side. The Hollywood Reporter also reports that Danielle was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy in 2014. In 2018, she underwent surgery to relieve bleeding in her brain. Nelson also spoke to the outlet and said she suffered a very long time, but did it with a great deal of courage. We are keeping Danielle's family lifted in prayers during this difficult time.
What is the matter with you coming in this house, yo? Is mama home? Can't you see I'm on the telephone? Listen, when you walk into a house and you see a person on their telephone, you don't come and shouting, is mama home?
We love Dee. I love Dee. I related to her so much as a little girl, because her mouth was so smart. Now that is sassy. Dee was sassy. That is the definition of a little sassy pants. That I related to her so much. Even her little hairstyles, the way she dressed, everything. I loved Dee, Roger, Dwayne. I loved them all. Oh my God. That's sad. And I thought she was a veterinarian. Wasn't she a veterinarian? Yes. Beyond her acting career, Spencer pursued a degree in veterinarian medicine, became a veterinarian in 1996. She authored a book, Through the Fire, Journal of a Child Star, sharing her life experiences and insights. Spencer's resilience and determination in the face of challenges inspired many, and her legacy will continue to be celebrated by fans. Oh. Oh, shout out to Dee, another childhood star, because they're all growing up. They're older. They're getting older. Oh, she was in a wheelchair here. Haywood Nelson, Ernest Lee Thomas, and Danielle Spencer. Oh, Raj and Dwayne are the only ones left. They really are. Rerun died a long time ago. When did he die? He died in 2003. He was born in 1951. Girl, he was married one, two, three, four times. Okay, Rerun. He was married four times. And Shirley Hempfield, I saw her. She died in 1999. I saw her doing a comedy set. She was in her wheelchair. I don't even remember where that was. And we saw Shirley Hempfield doing a set, and she was in a wheelchair. Yup, she was a veterinarian initially in Santa Clarita before moving to Richmond, Virginia. My son was looking up animal biology the other day. The culinary chef, the culinary student. Um, I was like, "Are you think?" Because when I tell you he loves animals. He loves animals. So I noticed on my browser history he was looking up animal biology, and I was like, "You want to be a veterinarian?" He's like, "I don't know. I just want to do something with animals." So and he also loves kids. And I told him that he could do stuff like teaching children how to cook, like do like classes to teach, so he can get that. He loves children, he loves animals, and he loves to cook. So I was like, you could teach little kids how to cook. Once you get good at what you do, you can start teaching kids. That way you can get that, you know, that fulfilled, the energy of being around little kids. He loves little kids. He just be looking at little kids smiling. Animals the same way. So I noticed that on my browser history. I was like, oh, I wasn't going to say anything at first, but he's always said, I know that he didn't want to be, because we were looking at Davis, because Davis has veterinarian medicine, a school. And so we were looking at Davis. So, but no, he starts school in a couple of weeks too. So anyway, so shout out to Danielle Spencer. She was a veterinarian as well. Wow, that's so sad. I mean, and that's the only thing that's guaranteed, right? Out of this whole thing is that we are going to die, all of us. So I think it's just best that we I think that's why I think it's best that we live our lives, just live your life and don't be worried about how other people live their lives, and stop trying to put people in boxes in the way that they live their lives, and not spend any part of your life trying to put people in a box to make you feel comfortable about whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing that we're guaranteed. And you would hate to have lived this life trying to be an oppressor and a suppressor of someone living their life out loud and in color, and without harming anyone, without doing harm to none. People who run around trying to enforce the box, the white male, Christian, heterosexual, cis male, right? The white, cis male, heterosexual, Christian, thin, able bodied person. And you're trying to stuff people in boxes and the way that they should show up in the world, and enforcing, like shaking your finger at and enforcing and doing an oppressor's job, work for them. You don't want to spend any part of your life doing that. I mean, unless you do, but girl, don't nobody want to I don't know, spend some time freeing people, freeing people of the need to, follow these unsustainable structures, right? Free people to, and like, and then be a space where people can't, they're like comfortable with like laying down their armor and being free and being able to express, being safe with expressing who they are. Like, why don't you be that space, not be the space of a person running around misgendering people, or running around telling trans women they're men, and just like, what, like, girl, there's other things, that literally so many other things that you can be doing, right? Being harmful to queer people or to women. Like, why are you choosing that path? Like, girl, there's other things to do, literally. You understand? All right, let's see what else is happening. What was Teyana Taylor talking about? I saw a clip of her running around. Right. People think being deported from America is a bad thing. That man is living his best life. He said, "Child, they deported me. America that don't travel internationally. Period." I'm glad the people on the shade room understand what's going on. They deported him and still expect him to pay bills here. Laughing emoji. Oh, he's playing chess. Now let's see what your bag looks like since you wanted that house so bad. He's saying, if I can't have it, she definitely won't have it. I will bet my last dollar him and the lawyer came up with this plan together. The lawyer definitely got paid. This is a bonus play. I'm so ready to be a husband and father, but I don't want these kind of problems. Me and my future wife never will get a divorce. We are in this together. Never say never, buddy. They are each other's karma. That was smart of him. Now she will end up paying his lawyer. The lawyer is Nigerian. His name is Onyema. Onyema. Did I pronounce that right? Onyema. Let me know, Niger babes, in the comments. Onema. 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 Maybe it's Onema. Let me know. The grass might be greener on the other side, but the water bill is higher too. Come on. They're talking about Portia. Portia hit with a lien. They feel like the lawyer did it. It's a scheme and a scam. Telling you. Okay, let's see what else is going on. I can't believe I'm on the shade room. I saw Teyana Taylor talking about something. Oh, that was on Twitter talking about she loves until she can't love anymore. No, 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 TT. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Hold on, let me find it. Divine Alignment 2025. Girl. Somebody said, I want Rasheeda to go have some mens. I said, me too. I hope she's not at home looking through the binds. She better have a side nigga like Yandy Luther King. Girl, we ain't talking about nothing. We don't have nothing to talk about. Right. Okay, let me find that clip. Did she have Kent Heels on? She had Kent Heels on. Do, 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 do. Divine Alignment. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, girl, where is it? Teyana Taylor was talking about how she gives until she can't give anymore. She doesn't force her way out. She waits until the last moment. Oh, here she goes.
I give until I can't give no more. Love until I can't love no more. And I give until I can't give no more. I don't force my way out of anything that I'm not ready to leave. I don't force my way out of anything that I'm not ready to give up on. I have to be at my wits' end. You want to know why? It feels better. When you force yourself out of something, is why you go back. Always exhaust all options. When you did all you can do, there's nothing else to say when you walk away. Damn, that's the powerful silence. Babe, you got it. Quit watching and love until I can't love no
She's
more.
so pretty to
And I
me.
give until I can't give no more.
I don't agree with this at all. I don't agree with not loving until you can't love no more. I don't agree with exhausting all options. And I think this is just, per person. This literally type of behavior is per person. Some people, the first sign, they out of there. Some people wait until the last sign and then they're out of there. Some people don't even wait until the flags turn red. When the flags start getting a little blush, they out of there, right? The flag is looking fuchsia, I'm out of here. I don't wait until it gets to a red flag. Some people are going to wait until the absolute final end, until you're at your wits end, until you exhaust everything. I just do not agree with this. I said the first sentence is a chop. There's no honor, there are no rewards, there are no awards for loving until you can't love anymore. Stop with the self sacrificing, the self abandonment bullshit when it comes to these relationships. This is not smart. Don't exhaust yourself. to the end of the relationship. You got to leave before you exhaust yourself. You don't want to get to the point of exhaustion or exhausting all the possibilities in, reconciling or whatever it is that you're trying to do to make sure that you're ready to leave, whatever it is. I want to read some of the comments under this post. Someone says, what if you're ready comes 30 years later? No, ma'am. Bite the bullet and go through the hard work of healing sooner than later. While you sit there waiting to be ready, the damage is being done internally. The longer you stay, the worse the prognosis becomes. This is terrible advice, someone else says. I used to do this, and yes, you will never look back. You will never wonder what if. You will never allow yourself to be with that person again. But what you had to go through to get there is usually so horrific, it's not worth it. Now, if it don't look right, I'm out. Do not get to your wits' end before you let go. Some people get there and lose themselves so much that they never come back. It's not love on both sides. If it's not love on both sides, move on. Women seem to be addicted to struggle and suffering for some reason. I can't really understand. It's the easiest thing in the world to just leave, actually. Well, not when you have been socialized to tether your worthiness, your identity to being in proximity to a man. Some women will literally hold on to the rope until their hands are bleeding because they're like following in line with what society is telling them needs to happen. Some women feel rewarded on being the martyr in their relationship, right? I've done everything. I did everything I could. I like martyring themselves. There's no honor in that. None at all. So I don't suggest that. I'm going to read a couple of more comments. I don't know. I think to an extent she's right, but you have to realize your worth first and realize that if it doesn't serve you in a reciprocal way, then that's how you know you exhausted it. Exactly. When it's no longer mutually beneficial. And someone said it in the comments, because I said that's literally the baseline for all relationships, no matter the dynamic, the mutually beneficial. And I don't mean a transactional benefit. I mean that the effort, the care, the putting in, calling or checking in or asking how someone's doing, asking how they're feeling, doing the things that, to put in effort to maintain and sustain the relationship. Sounds good, but staying until it's the worst is not the best advice, because the damage that takes place stalling is irreversible. Not leaving the first time you caught him cheating versus the 10th could be the difference in AIDS plus a close call. Leave when it's off. Maybe in a marriage somewhat, but in a regular relationship, hell no. No. The marriage is all the reason. And that's why I say I've never understand the concept of legally tying yourself to another adult human being. I figure the only people who should be tied legally are mothers and children, right? Like the mothers and the children are tied legally to the children until they're 18, which I think should be 25 actually. It's all a fucking scam. Like, you literally tell an 18-year-old whose brain is still rattling around in their skull that they're an adult now. And then the idea of what they think adults are allowed to do, and there's no concept. I was thinking about that like a few weeks ago, and I was talking to my son about being 18 and how literally they sent young boys off to war to see the most horrific things, and then when they got back, they didn't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about their mental health. The way they treat vets in the United States, and then will throw in your face, well, respect to the troops. Shut up. You don't respect the troops, your goddamn selves. Girl, don't get me started. Do not exhaust yourself to the point, to the end of the relationship. Don't do it. I don't care if it's a marriage. I don't care what it is. As soon as you literally feel it in your body, as soon as it's no longer mutually beneficial, as soon as you see you're putting in the most effort, as soon as you see the person is not caring and not, attuned to what's going on. You are no longer in harmony. I'm not coming into a space where I'm not in harmony with the other people in the space, right? Again, I've said it 1,000 times. We're tuning forks. We have antennas. We have subtle energies that are surrounding our bodies. So we need to be in tune. A great way to be in tune is meditation, being still. Be still and know, right? Be still and know, right? Be still so that you can understand when you walk into the room and something feels off, or you meet a guy or a woman or whoever, and you shake their hand and something is weird about it, like, ooh, that didn't feel right. You have to be in tune and present and aware to get those clues. As soon as you see that the person is not putting in the effort, they don't care, they've cheated on you, there's no, you can't, what, you've exhausted it. As soon as you went against the terms and agreements of our relationship, you exhausted it, you killed it. There's nothing to work on. And that gives people a false hope that they can actually test your boundaries, cross your boundaries, and you will still try to work on it. Like, girl, I just don't agree with that advice. I'm sorry, TT. Just because they put the clip over a great song doesn't make it any less stupid or toxic. I'm not exhausting all of my options before leaving someone. That's so much wasted time when motherfuckers show you in so many ways that they'll never treat you the way that you deserve. I love how many women are rejecting the bad advice in the comments. Me too. She said, drain yourself of all the happiness until you can't function anymore, then give up. Run from this advice. It's men and women in the comments saying the same thing. Why can't women love themselves this much? If they did, they would never allow so much disrespect, because of the way that women are socialized to be in relationships with men. That's why. Abandon yourself. Learn all his intel. Learn all his intel. He don't know nothing about you, girl. And that's a good way. If you've been in a relationship with somebody any amount of time, start asking them questions about yourself and see how much they've been paying attention. What's my favorite color? How do I like my coffee? Like small details like that, right? Um, what do I order what's my favorite kind of pizza? Whatever, just random questions to that. I learned that I used to ask people random questions about myself and they didn't know it. And that's how I knew, like, you're not paying attention to me. You're not. And what I've learned, and that's why I love being on this solo journey. A lot of people are literally just concerned about themselves, and they should be, but not in the selfish way, right? Where they don't care about how other people are navigating life. Like, you are in your solo journey, beautiful. You do things by yourself, you travel by yourself, you go to brunch by yourself, you do things, go to the movies by yourself, you do things buy yourself flowers, you do things for yourself by yourself, but you're not selfish. And there's a difference, right? And people on this journey, and then as you're on your solo journey, you're meeting other people along the way who are also selfless, right? Not selfish, but selfless. And they are willing to, meet with you on whatever level you are on for that moment of time, and you spend time with that person and you develop and you put the effort. But when it turns into a relationship that doesn't benefit you, at the first sign, and whatever it is, because everybody has their boundaries, right? And they're all different. So whatever your boundary is, as soon as somebody even is towing the line and acting like they want to cross your boundary, girl, no, we're not playing those games. That's too much. Don't exhaust yourself. So I don't agree with Shishi. This is exactly what I do. Every relationship, ever, I love you every day, no matter what I give, and I try to exhaust all options. I've never gone back, and I have no regrets. I'm better than good. I'm peaceful and full of joy. No, do the opposite. Leave at the first red flag. That's what I say. That's what I say. All right, I gotta go, y'all. It's time for me to break my fast. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Rasheeda and Kirk, you need to figure out what you're gonna do about your son and this mess that he's in. Portia, you need to figure out what you're gonna do about this house. because like I said it. Simon is not gonna pay. You think Simon is gonna pay the mortgage? You think he gonna pay their rent? You ain't paying their rent. You know you're not paying their rent. Girl, he ain't paying that rent. So I don't know what she gonna do. Stay in the house as long as she can. I dragged her enough on the other video. Girl, I ran over her, back over her, back over her again. So let me go make my breakfast. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.